YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach his truth and know truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, I'm gonna make this quick. As the title says, quite simple and plain. America is miserable. So Americans are miserable. The whole land is miserable. This whole thing is miserable. This is just a miserable place. And it's rightfully so because of what this place represents. This represents the land of Israel's captivity, the 12 sons of Jacob, to make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? So real quick, I'm going to go into the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter, and I'm going to go into the point starts from the 31st verse down to the end, but I'm going to start at verse 30 because, that's kind of heavy too. And it reads, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, because Jerusalem, what? The nation of Israel synonymous with, because it said what? Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. It says, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. And what's the names that is comforting to Israel? YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, the Lord's name. The name of the Father and the name of the Son. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Okay? In verse 31, and now here's what inspired the title of this video through the Spirit. It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoice at that fall. Now, who rejoiced at that fall more than ever? Esau, Edom, the nation that has a perpetual hatred towards Israel. Now, of course, the nations also took part in it, but they're not as miserable as Esau is now, and how miserable Esau is going to be in the near future. Okay, because at the end of the day, the other nations are not going to be utterly destroyed and exterminated like Esau is. But, they're the ones that afflicted us the most on this site and in this land. And the last couple captivities, because we was under these devils for a minute. All right. It says, verse 32, miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy son. Now, who is she? That daughter of Babylon, first and foremost. And also, look, and it says, miserable are the cities which thy children served. Now, what did we serve over here when we came over here? It wasn't paradise. We came over here in the hellish conditions, and we got here, we lived in hellish conditions, and we continue to live in these hellish conditions. Now, granted, the Lord had these devils ease up a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's still the end of our captivity. We still are in bondage, and we're still unhappy here. But the ones that had the name, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, they're not miserable. Okay, it sucks for them, but at the end of the day, that name keeps us comforted. Okay, and if you don't have that name, and you're not aspiring to be part of the elect, you will be miserable too with this place. All right, because if you don't have YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI on your side, you're gonna be miserable. All right. Verse 33 says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall. Now, these devils love when we get shitted on, man, because they're the ones shitting on us the most. All right, but they love when we get the shitting. They love when we get oppressed. They love to see us down. They want to keep us down. This whole system is built against us to keep us down. All right. And only to the nation Israel, the people that come from the bloodlines of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, period, man. That's the covenanted line. That's the chosen line. That's the line that the Lord is dealing with of the human race, is the bloodline of those three men, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay. Verse 33 says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. And what's happened to America now? Being made desolate. You got these buildings uninhabited. You got, these businesses closing down. You got a bunch of stuff happening to where it's proven that these scriptures are true. This country is losing everything that made it great. Starting with the businesses, the stores, you know what I'm saying? Like all these small businesses, the things, made the people whole. Now it's on but big corporations. But you have a retail apocalypse happening too. You got 400 Starbucks closing. You got 400 Burger Kings closing. You got 22 Walmarts closing. You have a bunch of stores closing that were quote unquote prevalent even to this day. You got what else is there? Some like a few hundred Foot Lockers closing. You have a bunch of stuff happening. You have a bunch of things that's proving that this place is being made desolate. And it says what? Make the miserable are the cities, man, that we're made to serve. And we've served in all these cities, every 50 states, all the cities, Israel is afflicted, man. There's nowhere in America where Israel's like, you know what? Israel's living how it's supposed to live, under the statutes of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You don't have that. You have it scattered, and you have us. Even we don't live it 100% as we would like, because why? The Lord didn't finish off this place. He didn't. Everything is not finished. It's not finished. The job is not finished. The story is not finished. These devils are they're approaching their end, but they're not at their end yet. But it's all forming now. The desolation and the destruction to this place. All right. Oops. Went dark. Verse 34, it says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Now, what these devils is mad about what's going on right now, because they seen their country fall. They're seeing it go to shit. Morally, you know, and financially, and these devils are seeing that, like, yo, and you got actual Jakes that's actually, you know, even though it's vain, but like it's Jakes that's prospering here in America. That's not living like a quote, like you got these Edomites that's not prospering, man. You got a lot of things happen to where like it's showing who the Lord hates and who the Lord loves. Now, granted, he hates the 2/3 and how they're getting down, but at the end of the day, they're still of the seed of Israel. So they're still going to receive mercy and they're still going to get into the kingdom. It's going to be low-key by default or by pain, I should say. But at the end of the day, they're still going to get the kingdom. These other nations, Esau, Edom, these other heathens, they're not getting the kingdom. They're going to be there, but they're going to be in servitude. And it said, her pride shall be turned into mourning. American pride is make America great. It's not going to be great again, man. The Lord said that it said her pride shall be turned into mourning. What did the Lord say about the daughter of Babylon, man? These plagues shall come upon her in one day. Death, mourning, destruction, desolation. Isaiah, the 47 chapters, come here, sit down in the dust, O daughter of Babylon. There is no throne. Your throne is done now, man. And the elites of Esau, Edom, they're not in America right now. They're looking to aspire to do other things. They're looking for China to be the next America. But it's not going to fly because the Lord said he's going to get all you nations, man. All right? Verse 35, it says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. What? Inhabited of devils? What? It said the devil creature, these desert creatures, man? This place is going to be made so desolate that only owls and scorpions and all them creatures that, like, you know, them dark, gloomy creatures. Because, you know, it said this place is going to burn for a while. But it's going to be substances in this place. You're going to have humans. You got animals here. You got a bunch of things here that's going to be consumed by that fire. And the fire, remember the Lord said he's going to leave you there, and that spirit in your body, man, you're going to burn, man. It's not going to be just, you know, burn and then I'm burnt to a... No, you're going to be burned. You're going to be burning. You're going to be burning while we're getting delivered. And even when we get into the kingdom, this place is still going to be burning, man. All right? And over time, it's going to stop burning, but it's going to be burning for a while. Verse 36, it says, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from YAHAWAH. What? Look to the east, behold the joy that comes from YAHAWAH, man. Look to the Lord. Remember, we're in the western part of the world. Look to the east, man. You see what it is, man. You feel it. You feel what's going on right now. You feel the desolation. You feel the mourning. You feel how this place is just being beat down, man. You see people are miserable here, man. From Jake is miserable. Esau is miserable. The other nations are miserable. Now, granted, they still living better than Jake, but at the end of the day, they see that it's not much more left to this place. And then you're going to have what? You have these nations going back to their native lands. Okay? This is the last verse. I'm going to close it after this. It says, verse 37 of Baruch chapter 4, Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of YAHAWAH. So what? That's starting with the elect, man. Because the rest of the nation is not rejoicing in YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. They're still praying to other gods. They're still moving a certain kind of way that the Lord don't like. And even the elect, even a hopeful elect, I hope to be part of the elect. Even we're not perfect, man. We're not perfect, man. We're trying. We're rehearsing the righteous acts, trying to the best of our physical ability, man. Moving in fear of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, because he is to be feared. He is to be feared all the day long, forever to be feared. Especially now, because you don't know what judgment you're about to be getting, man. That's why the Lord said, keep your head on a swivel, man. Watch as well as pray. That's what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to be watching as well as praying. Praying to YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. You praying to Jesus, that hasn't been worked out for you. You've been praying to Allah, that don't work out for you. All these other gods you've been praying to hasn't worked out for you, man. I'm a proven testimony. I could tell praying to the names of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI how much my life has changed, man. And I know brothers can attest too. Brothers and sisters that have the name. Okay? That's in sincerity and truth. You know? And that was the verse I wanted to bring out. So, you know, that's in miserable to the city, man. So America's miserable right now. You know, it's going to get more and more and more miserable for them. For the ones that put their trust and they you know, whatever, and they faith into this place, man. That this place was somehow going to get better, man. It's not going to get better. It can't get better. The Lord already cast out a judgment towards it, man. A judgment of destruction, a judgment of receive fire. Okay, please, with that, hopefully this is edifying. Give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and love always to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth sincerity. Shalom.